episode, the Fendlin Five continued their journeys around the town of Phlan. How did we start last episode? Was it in the inn? I might need some help. I don't remember the first part. I don't remember how we got here.
We met up at the bar, or they were messing around in the bar.
Oh, yeah, so...
we looked at the ledger.
Horseberg...
We left the tower and went to the bar.
So, after leaving the Crux the Blacksmith with his brother Krax, Darik and Toast proceeded to the Velvet Doublet, where a very strange occurrence happened to them. It was almost as if an event occurred that they were a part of and then didn't happen. So a little flummoxed, they decided to investigate through magical means on what could have transpired. They were unable to determine what happened. However, they went their separate ways for a little bit, and Darik did some investigating and praying, etc. Whether any information was gleaned, we do not know yet. Toast decided to accompany Magrom and Gertie on a minor adventure to discover this contract that Magrom had been summoned or assigned to investigate the House Smith, where an estate had been planned. The welcomers decided to send an agent in, Magrom, to investigate the house and pilfer any valuables inside. However, before that, the trio used Toast to summon 3 or 4 rats to investigate the home. However, they did not investigate the correct home and came back and reported that unfortunate news. And Gertie, getting a little impatient, decided to slay 3 of the 4 rats, leaving the 1 rat, Felix, alive. Magrom and Gertie decided to enter the estate on the eastern and western ends. Magrom coming in from the west, Gertie going in through the east. The inside of the estate, however, is currently encased in a darkness that can't be tamed at the moment. So Magrom decided to slowly investigate, coming to the 2nd floor and finding none other than his old pal Glitter, a female dwarf from his past, knocked out, tied up in a room. However, she came to consciousness as he entered. And did she sign something to you, Magrom, or did I say it out loud? I can't remember. I think she signed it to you.
Yeah, that was after I cut her loose, and then we switched to signing.
Yes, she signed it to you. I don't remember what I said. Did I put it in D&D?
No, you just verbalized it.
Oh, okay.
You said it's in here with us.
Yes.
Where is that character? I don't see them.
Right here. Did you turn your torch off?
No.
You better. The character's there, so you might need to restart.
I think I'm in the basement. I'm in the floor, maybe. I think I'm down 1.
Oh, here, hang on.
No, I'm in the right room.
Yeah, you're.
I just can't see the. It's weird. Oh, I can see it now.
It's just too dark. Okay. Tantine, what did you have anything last episode?
I took Darik to his room where he could hang out.
Yes.
I checked out the basement.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
How'd you get down to the basement?
Top secret. You don't know.
Well,
my crew.
That's where I'm going to be living.
And my crew was there already.
Okay.
Awaiting.
Perfect.
And,
all right, so that is, I believe that's where we left off. You didn't have anything else, Tantine?
No, not for the night. I don't think it went to morning yet. It's still night.
Right.
Leviosa.
Alright, I believe that's it, friends. So, we can start there. Where is your... Oh, there we go. Okay. So, Magrom, you find your old rival slash friend slash frenemy, Glitter, on the ground. After you removed her bindings, she signed to you, like we discussed. And she is now looking up at you, and you can just see clear terror on her eyes, in her eyes.
I believe I cut the bindings.
Okay.
And she ran to the door and locked it.
Yes, okay. So she is not prone anymore.
And then I was going to sign, after I said I was going to sign who tied you up.
Okay. So we can do it in game, because I'm assuming the others want to partake in this.
Yes.
So when you sign that, you see her hesitate, and her hands begin to shake as she starts to sign.
I'm going to quickly search this room.
Okay. You do see a couple chests in the back corner here. They do not appear to be locked if you were to investigate them.
Looking for traps.
Okay, go ahead.
So would this be perception or investigation?
Investigation. So this is to... I said there's no locks, right?
Yeah. Traps.
So you open the chest, no traps. You open the chest looking inside. You see a couple books, a couple scrolls.
The scrolls incantations or anything?
You can't tell, they're rolled up.
Oh god, I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna unroll it.
Okay. So unrolling one of the scrolls, it looks to be a communication between a person and someone else with the last name of Smith, who you are assuming could be the owner of this property before.
What's it regarding?
The communication talks about a shipment from a far off land, one land you've never heard of, and it's talking about a shipment of an idol that was brought after a long voyage and not for a small amount of expense.
Did it identify where it's from?
You cannot. You've never heard of this place before.
What was the name?
I don't know.
Blargstberg?
Dariloth.
Dariloth. I'm sure that'll be important later. I'm gonna check over here.
So this looks to be a closet. So opening the closet, there's no traps. Looks to be some linens, small linens, little bit smaller than you.
Is that it?
In that, yes, yep.
Is this chest?
So that chest, we'll roll it in together. It was filled with shoes, travel wear.
No significant items?
No, but your eyes do catch the map in front of you.
That was my next thing I was gonna look at. I guess. Do I recognize any of this?
Barely. So this, the only thing that you recognize is a small island. That one in particular. And you don't recognize the island, but the name written on the island is familiar, and it just says Faerun.
I don't recognize any of the other landmass around.
You do not.
Okay. But I recognize an island.
You recognize the name of this particular island as Faerun.
Oh. What? What are you doing? Messing with me?
Who, me?
Yeah. You're just fucking with me.
I didn't move you.
I'm gonna listen at the door.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation.
Oh.
So Glitter is kind of just shadowing you, but she's always got her front facing the doorways.
Her glorious beard.
What did you roll?
13?
You do not hear anything. You do hear an occasional drip.
Camera's wigging out.
So this looks to be like a bathhouse, a bathroom. Glitter comes in and shuts the door and locks it.
I'm gonna investigate this tub. Does it look normal?
Okay. At first glance, yes, it looks normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary.
I'm just, I'm assuming my rolling passives for anything to catch my eye in this room.
Yeah.
And my passive perception and investigation is 14 and 15, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's actually a general question for all things there. Like, if he's looking at the tub, and he can passively investigate at 14 and he rolls an 8, do you take the 8, or can you passively investigate at 14 and you take, like, the higher? If you roll higher than that, or is that, how does passive work?
So how I do it, this is probably homebrew. It's just the way how I do it. If there's something that is story-driven that I want you guys to find, I use your passive perception. But if there's something that I may tweak or I may have be like a little extra thing, I have you guys roll.
Cool. Just wondering.
If we're in this kind of scenario and I'm can I set myself quote unquote to active search, and then if you want me to catch something catches your attention, then I'll roll for it.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's good.
But if you're literally making something at 20, then it doesn't catch my eye, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't want to roll every single corner
Yeah, I just don't
of the
want to waste
building, you know?
everyone's time for this.
Right. I understand that. Yeah.
You want to see if all her beards are made of glitter.
Yeah.
How glittery is the beard?
And I'm being very cautious here. This is a perception roll.
Okay. So looking out, you see the outside world from this estate. The moonlight barely shining into the darkness of this building.
Is this door locked?
Yes.
I'm just gonna unlock it.
You can try.
Is it locked from the outside?
Attempt to open it.
I touch the lock.
It is locked.
I push the door and pull it.
Nothing happens.
Okay. I'm not falling for that again.
So you hear a slight whistle from Glitter.
Is she right behind me?
She's back at the door.
I put my hands on my hips.
So you know the rivalry that you two have had growing up and the competitive nature that she's got, always wanting to win. And you see a look come over her face that says she wants to get the fuck out of here. And it's very unaccustomed to her because you know how much she's competitive and how much she wants to win in anything. So you see her go up and push the door and investigate the lock, and she starts to get frustrated and her hands start fumbling around, and you can just hear her getting agitated and frantic almost to get out of here.
I definitely spelled that wrong.
So she just kind of shakes her head and nods for you to lead the way. Okay, stop.
I mean, right on the
So
stairs.
as your feet touch the bottom wood floor, you hear like a slurping noise. And then what sounds to be like at least 10 or 15 voices, muffled voices, saying things that you can't understand to your left.
I immediately snuffed my lantern.
Okay? You hear the voices getting closer to you.
And I'm gonna keep my hand on the rail and circle around to the right.
Okay?
And kind of just keep my hand pressed against this staircase.
So as Glitter is following you, you hear her trip. And you hear the voices stop, but you hear, not before they stop, you hear Glitter, a muffled, and then you can't hear her anymore.
I'm gonna walk around the back
Okay.
of the staircase and I remember that it was an open area, and then kind of swirl around until I feel the opposite on.
Okay.
And I cannot see anything. Oh, there we go.
You start to hear.
And then I'm going to reignite my lantern and set it on the floor here.
Okay, go ahead.
And then back away as I do it.
As the lantern is on the floor, let me get a lantern. That's worse than the torchlight. That's weird. So in the lantern light, you see what looks to be almost like a large cloak, but it's a thicker material than you're used to or that you've seen before, just collapsed over the body of Glitter, and you just see it getting tighter and tighter and tighter around her, and you hear those voices. It sounds more like a moan now.
I'm gonna backstab it.
Okay, go ahead. Make an attack roll with advantage.
To be clear, my short sword of poison is considered silvered, right?
Yeah, it is magical, yes.
Okay. +7 on that. $22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
So +5 on that, plus 2d6 plus 5 plus. What was that? Another d4. Does this thing have poison vulnerability or whatever?
Nope.
So it can't be poison.
It can be poisoned.
Oh.
It does not have resistance or immunity to poison.
+5 on that, so
Nice.
24.
Good hit. So the creature that has engulfed your friend, you see it snap back and come to shape, almost like one of those snap bracelets. It straightens back out immediately and turns to you. And what you see in the dull...
can I do a concurrent action as it's doing this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna cunning action, disengage, and then disappear behind the stairs again.
Okay.
And I'll take my full.
Okay, so from this vantage point, you can see the creature straightened up, like I said, and took shape again. And you see it immediately envelop over the lantern that you had placed down. But Glitter is on the ground on all fours. You hear her coughing, but she is conscious. But the lantern light is now completely gone.
I'm assuming an initiative.
Yep. And for Glitter. What'd you get?
14. Doesn't have any
So
bones.
the creature turned around and engulfed the lantern. And then as the creature engulfs the lantern, you hear it screech as you hear the flame burst from under it. And then it's going to turn around and engage Glitter, who was right there next to it. Hits. So you see a leathery looking fleshy arm stretch out, and it envelops a part of Glitter's flesh and body, and you hear Glitter screech, but she tries to muffle it as much as she can, and you just see smoke coming off of her armor as she withdraws her arm, and part of the armor is gone, and you see some of her flesh start to drip onto the floor. Your turn.
What would you consider lighting a candle as?
I'd say that's a bonus action.
I will bonus action light a candle, throw it at its feet.
Okay.
Or drop it, rather, so I'm not wasting an action on throwing. Then I'm gonna come up and stab it.
Make your attacks with advantage.
It's +7.
Hits.
Why does that feel like? Oh, it's because I have 20 now. +5. Oof. All low roll.
Yeah,
12.
there. Okay.
Glitter's turn.
So Glitter stands up and regains her composure, and she pulls out a short sword, and she makes an attack. Okay.
Do they whiff?
Nope, she hits. Thank God to luck. Ooh, she rolled low too. Okay. The creature moans. Do you know what the doppelgangers sound like in Baldur's Gate 1?
I don't remember.
It's similar to something like that. It's just an eerie, haunting, low, unearthly sound as the creature advances and tries to engulf Glitter again. You see its fleshless arms reach up high, almost like a bear that's about to bear hug you, and it slams down, attempting to envelop Glitter again. However, Glitter is able to sidestep just in time to totally null the embrace of this creature. Go ahead.
I slash down.
Hits.
For max 23 damage.
Oh, good. Okay. Glitter's gonna attempt again.
thing feels like it's got a crap ton of health.
Hits. So Glitters, as you stab it in the back for that much damage, you see the fleshless face lift up, rear back in pain, and at the same time, Glitter stabs into the neck of this creature. And for a second, the creature looks like almost like a plastic bag flailing in the wind before it finally settles down and melts into the wooden floor, defeated.
Is my lantern stored there?
Your lantern is behind you, however, the light is not lit.
Alright, I'm gonna transfer the candle to the... light it and snuff the candle.
Okay.
How do you snuff the candle?
I lick my fingers and pinch it. Is there any... You said it's dripped and disappeared, right?
Yes, it evaporated and melted and it sizzled into the wooden floor. A clear black blotch of ichor between the two of you now. You see Glitter kind of nursing her left arm. She begins to wrap it, and you see her pull out a potion and drink it. Can you guys see what I type? I don't see it.
No, I didn't see anything. I saw I can pull out in the log and could be...
Yeah, I pulled a log up just to read it.
But you guys don't see the chat bubble either?
I didn't see yours.
Huh.
Is there any wood in this fireplace?
There is not.
It's hard to see in here. There we go. Oh, is that not a door?
That is a window.
Oh man, I got disoriented. I thought I was on the other side.
You start to hear flies buzzing as you turn this corner.
Up here, you mean?
And to your right, behind you,
Like this way?
where Glitter's looking.
Oh, okay.
You just see food that has been here for weeks. That is rotted and maggots strewn all over it.
Is that my string I left?
What'd you say?
Is that my string?
Yes. Okay, stop right there. As you come into this room, you see hooves. All that you saw were hooves as soon as you entered this room, with the rest of the body heading in a southern direction in this room. And then the hooves start to move, but not of their own free will. It's as if Gertie's body is being dragged this direction.
I'm gonna toss like a flare like Dr. Alan Grant across the room.
Okay?
And
before you ignite the flare, you hear what almost sounds like octopus tentacles slapping against each other.
Ew. I'm gonna toss the candle that way, I guess.
We need a good tentacle episode.
What in the world is that?
So in the brief candlelight in the direction that you've thrown, it looks to be a fleshy mass of eyeballs, teeth, and tentacles. And one tentacle is wrapped around Gertie's neck and is just pulling her towards one of the open mouths, the teeth chattering, flailing.
I'm going to attempt to sever it.
All right, we got to go in turn-based mode. So roll initiative.
Come on, Magrom.
25.
Nice.
I'm talking about.
Three dice. Am I attacking? What am I doing?
Okay, that's up to you. So you can either attempt to pull on Gertie or you can attempt to attack the creature.
Is it considered restrained while it's doing this?
Gertie is restrained. This creature is only using one of many tentacles, so it is not considered restrained.
I will try to free it then. To her.
Okay.
Chippity. Oh my god. 9.
Oops, I gotta pick that up. Meets it, beats it.
Really?
For the tentacle, yeah.
Oh. Alrighty. Can I poison it?
You sure can.
$21.
21 damage, okay. So the tentacle severs in twine, and one of the tentacle, the end of the tentacle that's still connected to the monster, writhes around madly, frantically. The other tentacle, you see it still grasped around Gertie's neck, as if moving out of its own free will. The rest of the tentacle wraps itself around her neck as well.
How's it doing actions on? Not on its turn. I'm trying to figure out bonus actions real quick. What is your definition of use an item?
What do you want to use?
I have a hammer I could smash it with a bonus action.
No, that'd be an action.
Then let's see. I don't got anything useful for this, I don't think. Can I dump an oil flask on it for a bonus action?
You can throw an oil flask.
Yeah, let's
Unless you want to get up close to it.
Let's throw one at the candle I threw at it.
Okay.
Kind of smash the vial on it.
Okay, go ahead, make an attack.
But I'm gonna walk up to it to kind of
okay.
ensure that it ignites. Like if I were smashing a Molotov. But forward trajectory so it doesn't splash on me.
You gotta yell Mazel Tov.
Then I gotta say Mazel Tov. What kind of attack roll? Is that what you want me to do?
So yes.
Or do you want me to do a dex or
have it do a
check?
have it do a sleight of hand, because needs to be extremely accurate in order to hit the lantern and have none splash back on you and all the projectile going forward. That'll do it. So you throw your oil flask against the lantern, and it's enough for the flask to shatter and the lantern to be knocked over onto the creature, the oil spilling on top of the creature's fleshy bits right in front of you.
That was a candle.
Oh, a candle, okay. So the candle ignites, and the oil coats the creature and ignites as well. So for the time being, the creature is engulfed in flames, at least on the front part of it. A couple of the mouths are sputtering. A tentacle comes out of the mouth and reels back in as soon as the flame touches it. And you hear a hissing sound.
Hissing.
Screeching, hissing, angry.
And I will back closer to Guri. So this thing's engulfed right now?
Yes, the front of it anyway.
Yeah. I don't get any Matt Mercer animal noises. Pretty good. Ow, I'm burning.
Ouch. It hurts.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Okay, so Glitter comes in, turns the corner, and you see her back away, keeping her eyes on the creature as she backs away. And she's going to ready her crossbow and take a shot. So the crossbow bolt slinks into the creature, and you see the bolt collapse in on itself and detonates, and there's a small explosion. And the creature reels back, screaming yet again as the collapsible exploding bolt hits its target and explodes on impact. The creature flailing, tentacles slapping against the fireplace, knocking over this chair. It approaches you and Gertie.
Get it away from me.
Get it away. So you see one of the mouths almost come out of the creature, like it's its own tentacle, and it attempts to bite you. Seven.
Miss.
Okay. So as it misses and retracts back, you see it rear back, and a spittle discharges at you.
Oh.
16.
Meets.
Okay, so the spit just hits your shoulder and flies off into the distance, missing you.
That'll hit because you rolled.
Oh, it's a hit?
Yeah, it was a meets it.
Oh, okay. So the glob of pustule hits you, and it explodes in a blinding flash of light. So you and Gertie must now meet a dexterity saving throw or be blinded. So roll a dex. You survived. Yeah, so you were able to... Your hood catches most of it, and it happened to be over your eyes as this creature spit at you, so it's able to absorb most of that. Gertie did not meet it, so she is currently blinded. So she's got a tentacle wrapped around her neck, and she's got gibbering mouth or cum all over her face.
Leave Gertie alone.
This really is a tentacle episode.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not good at those.
Nice. Gertie will make one. She failed. She's fucking sucking ass.
Well, maybe she likes the tentacle attack.
She's just got a smile on her face.
Okay. Let's see. What's the 20? It's 20 feet. Yep. Meh. Our hits. And nothing. Okay, so at the end of the creature's turn, you hear those almost like the same voices from the boneless creature that you just fought, whispering in your ear, but you're able to shake it off. And the same thing goes for Gertie and for Glitter. So Gertie is going to make a strength check to try to pull the tentacles off of her throat. She can't. She just cannot. Especially being blinded, she just is so. All of her senses are just overwhelmed right now, and she can't seem to get a good grip on the tentacles that are pulling and grasping at her throat. Your turn.
It's good to know I can only miss with a 1.
Yeah, right?
I will slash at the tentacles again to try to free her.
The ones on her neck?
Yeah, in a chopping motion.
Okay.
Man.
Yep, so it hits.
Uh, 20.
Okay, so that'll do it. The tentacle around her neck just has no more life in it, and it just falls to the floor. The same thing. It just sizzles into the ground, leaving a trail of ichor along.
And I will bonus action disengage and step over here.
Okay. Glitter is going to shoot another crossbow bolt. Oh, natural 20.
Thunk.
So this crossbow bolt manages to find one of the eyelids, one of the eyeballs, and it just sucks right in and explodes. Part of the creature's top half or top cranium part just explodes, bits of it flying and sizzling midair before landing on the surfaces. A big exposed area of its head now open. The creature seems to waver for a second. With the flame still licking the front of its flesh, it just begins to screech louder. And in the screeching, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Gertie saved. He saved. Okay, so I need you to roll a d8. 2. So you're able to shake it away. Nothing happens. You're able to shake off the screaming that is almost like the tentacles on the creature. You felt tentacles seeping into the cracks and crevices of your brain, but you're able to push it away. It is going to attack Gertie. One of the tentacles lashing out to try to grip its prey one more time. And she's able to roll away temporarily, just in time. But it is going to attempt to bite her. And that hits. Which hit points does Gertie have? Did we rest before this?
Yeah.
So she was full. So you see the what level are you guys? 4, right?
4, yeah.
Okay. So you see the tentacled mouth reach out yet again, almost like in Aliens, the little mouth that comes out of the main head of the creature. It sinks into her side, and you see a big chunk of flesh just tear out and get absorbed back into the creature, and blood just begins to pour out of Gertie. She's looking very, very rough right now. I believe that is it. Yes. So Gertie is going to attempt to stand up. She stands up from being prone. Oh, let's see. So she's able to stand back up. And she is going to pop a healing potion. Oh, does she not have one? I don't see one in her inventory. Did anyone use it? I must have used it. So she's going to disengage and use a crossbow or a short bow attack. It hits. Six points of damage. Okay, Magrom.
I'm gonna waltz up to this thing and, like a bad Resident Evil movie, call it a bitch and slash.
Okay.
And I'm low rolls. They're so low.
That hits.
18.
That's enough. So your short sword finds the hole that Glitter's crossbow bolt opened up for you, and you're able to stab in there with abandon, and the creature shrieks and shudders, and finally just stops moving altogether, and falls to the floor, a lumpy mass. The flame's still eating away at its flesh as it sizzles of its own accord into the ground. The flames eventually dissipate, and the creature is gone. Gertie falls down on her butt and leans her back against the door, clearly exhausted and hurting.
I'm gonna hand her a potion of healing.
Okay. What's the roll for it?
There it is. 2d4 plus 2.
7 points.
What a lame potion.
Okay. Lips is lips.
Oops, whoops.
So Glitter looks to you and signs, pointing her thumb over at Gertie. You see a smirk form across her face, a momentary reprieve in an otherwise challenging night for poor Glitter.
I hold up the scroll.
Are you giving it to Gertie?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gertie grabs it, looks it over. She looks to you and she signs.
I point at Glitter and sign.
So Glitter nods, and after seeing the capabilities of you two with that creature, she seems a little bit more at ease and willing to go on.
What does Glitter look like compared to Gertie? As far as health?
Health-wise, Glitter seems to be fine. She's just favoring her other arm that wasn't damaged, but it's bandaged up. You just see a few blood droplets seeping through the bandaging, but other than that, she was able to fire her crossbow no problem. Okay, so you want to take a short rest?
Yeah, like the minimum short rest.
So Gertie gets up and closes this door.
And I'll remain vigilant.
Okay. How long do you want to rest for?
Just an hour to give him a little more HP.
Okay, so make a perception check. So as you're taking watch, you see Gertie close her eyes for a while, and she falls into a sleep pretty quickly, just to have after everything that she's been through in the last hour. You hear her mumbling things, incoherent things that make no sense. But she wakes up after a while, stirs and feels well rested. At one point during the short rest, you looked up at the ceiling. And you could see throughout this area here, from in the minimal light that reflects from your lantern, it looked to be liquid dripping from the top ceiling onto the floor.
Oh, sounds like I want to go up there. The problem is I have no idea where I need to be going, really. Alright, so I just put my hand on their shoulder.
So they don't startle. They kind of they tap your hand on their shoulder in agreement and get up, ready to go. Does anyone want to play Gertie for me right now?
Yeah.
Kyle, do you want to do the honors since you didn't get to
Gertie! I don't know.
You didn't have much last episode, so let's have you play her, please.
Are you gonna play Glitter?
I'll play glitter, yes.
Okay.
So the sound of flies and the stench of rot almost overwhelm you as you walk into this food pantry.
Why is there a toilet in the food pantry?
A simple commode. Whoops, that's you. Sorry.
Is there a magical knife anywhere? Cooking knife?
Make an investigation.
It went under the table.
Yeah, it did. You do not find any apparatus in here. Cleaning, utensil.
Who knows
or
what
anything
flavor
like that.
things you could concoct that I might want to give to a certain chef later. What's this room?
So passive perception, this looks to be like a small study or a guest bedroom.
I'm gonna check the desk.
Written communications, simple mail, Phlan mail correspondence. You do see one letter with a unique wax stamp on it, wax seal.
I look at it.
So make an investigation on that wax seal.
Investigator or see history?
Investigation.
Just checking.
Nice. So the seal looks oddly familiar to you, but not so familiar, you know, like the familiarity of your friends, but like you've seen it before. You have a hard time thinking of where you've seen this signet before. It wasn't too long ago.
If you were to describe it to me, could me as the player discern that?
It looks to be a seal from a ring.
I look at the ring I'm wearing.
It matches exactly.
I'm going to put the ring on it.
Nothing happens.
I'm gonna break the seal.
Okay.
Look.
So that the seal crunches, the wax crunches, and the scroll is available for you to open it.
I look at it.
So it looks to be a correspondence from... Shit.
It's porn, isn't it?
Oh.
It's more dwarf porn.
So it looks to be a letter from a Wayland Smith, Weyland, who seems to be the proprietor of this estate, to his daughter, Tabitha Smith. It's a correspondence stating how his health has changed and he is requesting her to come home as soon as possible. It mentions something about finding an idol and that it has been placed upstairs in her quarters so that she can view it, as it seems to be like it was a big surprise for her. He was excited to show her this thing that he had found.
Was there any pictures or frame of reference on what this guy looked like?
This particular person, no. There is a picture of the idol.
Oh, what's it look like?
So it looks to be a stone idol with 3 horns coming out of it. The idol looks to be like an old caveman drawing of like a woman in pain.
I carefully step over the pile of goop.
Where'd you go?
Going up the stairs.
Don't move so quick.
Just doing some rave moves.
Kyle, you want someone else to play Gertie?
I can play my Gerd.
Then pay attention.
Oh, secret door.
So I have a question. Is this a magical darkness that only my lantern can... Or the candles and stuff have been working to?
Yeah, very, very lightly, though. Not as good as your lantern. Your lantern has been the saving grace of this expedition for you.
Okay.
So you attempt to open the door, Gertie, and it does not move. It does not give purchase. It's locked.
What did I do with my viewer? Ceiling. Yeah, move away.
So Magrom and Glitter headed upstairs.
Yeah, but what's in this area? I'll have a torch on so I can see my character.
I can't remember where I looked last time. I feel like this is where I found Glitter.
It's outside.
This one?
What can I see out this window?
Yeah, this is where I found Glitter.
So looking out that window, you see the outside world of Phlan, the moonlight, trying to come into this window, but having a very hard time.
You said this was the outside. The other place I could think. That was...
Is it brighter outside when they look out the windows than it is inside?
So go back, Chris. So with your passive perception, as you're walking down this hallway, you see what looks to be fleshy bits coming out of the bottom of this doorway.
Ew. Well, let's not do this one. I'm gonna crack open and peek in.
So you attempt to push the door open, and it does open, but you hear like a soft crunch as the door hits something. And then it's almost like when you open a door into a room that has been freshly carpeted, it gives some resistance, but not a lot, as it starts to scrape against something on the floor. Do you push it open further?
I'm going to refrain.
Okay.
I want to investigate what I saw on the floor here.
Go ahead.
How do I clear that?
Oops, sorry. There you go. Oh, nice. So you take out your dagger, your poison dagger, or your short sword, up to you, which one?
I'll do the poison. We'll see where you were
Okay.
going with it.
So the poison dagger, you point the tip into this fleshy mass, and you hear like a sizzling sound as the poison reacts with the mucusy, fleshy tendrils that you see before you. And they don't seem to react but you just see it sizzling and retracting slightly, but it does seem to be ever so slowly creeping outwards more into the hallway. But it doesn't seem to be acidic or grapply. It doesn't like reach out for you or anything like that.
I'm gonna take out my magic paint.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a little glory hole in this wall.
Go ahead.
So let's see, it should take...
I need to edit Gertie's character sheet.
What do you need to do? How can I
Can
I give you permission to
Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I can't see through there.
I gotta level her up. She's 1 level too low.
I thought she was.
I was gonna do it while he was looking under doors.
I think you can edit it.
No, I don't have the same options as my guy. I don't have like the builder, go to builder. And I can't short rest her or anything. Oh well. I'm gonna look under this door.
What do I want to do here?
I want to perceive if I can see the carpet under the door.
No, you cannot.
What if I slide my dagger under the door?
You can.
I'll slide it and see if it hits anything.
So you feel a slight resistance before it gives way, and you feel the dagger sliding into something until it reaches the hilt, and then it feels wet.
I'll pull the dagger out and inspect the whatever's on it.
So it looks to be like the same mucus that was on Magrom's dagger from poking the fleshy bits under that door.
Wait, he already did it under this door? Thought he just tried to open it.
No, the door that he's next to now, he did.
Oh.
I'm gonna... Did you ever tell me the command word for the iron flask?
You're gonna open up a flask?
No, I don't think so.
So I don't think that would have worked against the angel anyway.
Oh.
Can't do that.
Weird.
Figure that out.
Whoops.
Easy widest. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna get my string. Walk over here. Oh, dear lord. I'm gonna stab this thing.
Okay, hang on. So as you approach that fireplace, you hear those familiar moans, and then a cloaked-like creature drops down from the chimney and stands before you, rising up like a bear to engulf you again. But I'll give you you get first round because you surprised it. Well, not surprised, but you came upon it. It's not surprised.
Which way did you go?
This is just normal.
Yeah.
I was looking at my new character sheet.
I'm just on the other side in front of you.
That hits?
Did you say it's not surprised, so I don't have advantage, or
Right?
Okay, so it's just a normal hit, which is pretty weak. translate. It's a D6 plus 5. So 10.
So 10 points of damage total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to disengage and walk back to Gertie. And tell her, arms up. Don't shoot.
What's that for? Your initiative?
Yeah.
Oh, I figured Gertie would have some sweet dual hand crossbows.
Okay, so what do we got? What'd you roll?
24.
What'd you roll, Magrom?
7. Was not good.
All right, Gertie, you're up. From what you can see, you hear just like a soft moaning and a flapping sort of sound directly in front of you.
Gross. Can I see it, or is it too dark since he's back here?
It's too dark. But you can attempt to shoot towards the sound. It's just going to be an attack with disadvantage.
I don't think I have anything else useful to throw at it, so I will shoot my short bow in that direction.
Okay.
I was just reading. I could technically do this. I'm going to do steady aim.
Okay.
Which just gives me advantage on my bow attack, so that would negate disadvantage.
Yep.
I think.
I'll allow it. That sounds good. You hone in on the sound that it's making.
I was trying to click my dice for my hit dice. 16.
16 hits. Roll damage.
I don't know why my dice aren't working. 4 damage.
Okay.
And then I will switch. Can you use a bonus action to switch back to your weapons? Like, can I switch back to my melee weapons? Preparing for it to approach?
Yeah.
I think he's been saying free action for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not anything that would be crazy to do. Okay.
If I refresh this.
The moaning gets louder as you hear the flapping, fleshy creature advance towards you.
No progress, anything.
Yes. You're still up? Oh my god.
So if you're dual wield, do you attack twice?
My eyes are like red.
No,
And,
I think
and use your bonus action or something?
your offhand is your bonus action.
So you attack with your first one. Well, you attack with both of them then, but you're using your bonus action to do it?
Yeah, I believe so.
You okay? What's the matter, honey? You're tired. Go on to bed, though. Shut the door, okay?
Been fighting. You attack. You can make an extra attack as a bonus action. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, he's on the railing.
But you don't add your strength or dex modifier to the bonus action.
Oh, really?
Unless it's negative.
I wonder if the feat for like the dual wield feat changes that.
I think it does.
12 points of damage. So the glitter shoots her crossbow in the direction that she believes the creature is, and you see a small flash of light as the crossbow bolt expands on itself, collapses, and explodes. And for a brief moment, you see the fleshy creature in this direction before the light goes away.
Now that I see glitter in Magrom's light, it looks like a man.
Yes, you remember that most female dwarves look like men.
I'm gonna run up and stab it.
Okay. Hits.
A poison sword, short sword.
7.
Okay.
I'm gonna disengage and walk back to Gertie.
Oh my gosh!
Like the British against that African tribe.
Oh yeah, the Zulu.
The Zulu, yeah.
All right, if I go up here, can I even see it, or do I need Magrom's
Yes, you
light?
can. So
Okay.
you see it now.
I will attack it with my dagger. And my dice disappeared.
Oh fuck.
I will attack
That's
it
my
with
fault.
my dagger.
Hits.
No. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
I knew it.
7.
7 points of damage. Excellent.
And then I'll use my bonus attack, or bonus action to stab it again. 19.
Hits.
Almost a crit.
And wait, you said I don't add it to the hit or to the damage?
The damage,
Oh, whoops. Okay, well.
I think.
We're for what? Sneak attack?
No,
it's
the
So 3 damage with my offhand.
Okay.
And I will brace for impact.
Okay. So the creature's going to rise up. It's flapping loose arms, reaching towards the ceiling. That it seems to be, in this form, much larger than you could have anticipated it to be. Its folds of its flesh fully extended, and it falls down towards you to engulf you, Gertie.
Okay.
So make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
oh
26.
Oh, natural 20. So go ahead and make an attack roll as you roll backwards. But it exposing itself for you, you're able to get a shot in with how quickly you're able to roll backwards.
Plus 6.
Yep, so roll damage.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
I can't move my character back.
So you're able to lift your short sword as it's falling down, and its skin catches the short sword as it does more damage to itself, falling to the ground with a slam as you're able to roll backwards 5 feet.
Nice. I'm so powerful.
oh
And it is going to move towards your new position and make
Look at that gross thing.
an attack.
What a gross. Look at its face.
Trying to please you. But it's mad because you don't have a wiener.
7.
Meets it, but no, I'm just kidding. Doesn't hit.
Okay. Glitter is going to attack again with a crossbow hit. Ooh.
It's powerful.
Okay, Magrom.
You get sneak attack on those because she's standing next to it.
So what is that, an extra d6?
At this level, it's probably 2d6.
Sneak
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d6.
Okay. Go ahead, Magrom.
I'm gonna run up behind it and stab.
Do it.
For advantage.
Hits.
And then do my wombo combo. +5. 23.
That's enough. The creature reels back, flapping furiously for a second before melting into the wood, leaving the same familiar ichor stain.
Alright. I'm gonna check the room it was guarding.
Thought it was guarding a fireplace.
Look inside that fireplace.
I'm not looking inside this fireplace.
I literally can't remember if I was in here.
It's got maps. I'm gonna check this chest for
Wait,
traps.
this is the room I found him in?
It is.
Oh, okay.
But did you
The other one on the other side looks just like it.
Did you investigate it or run out of here scared?
Yeah, I already looked through here.
Has
Make
been
an
investigated.
investigation, Security, when you're looking at that map.
Yeah.
That-
Do that.
Investigate this map.
Yes, the one on the wall.
Oh.
Yeah, Gertis. Yeah, Gertis, get
Is
to
this
it.
gonna tell me where the Cirrus is, sir? 12.
What was it?
12 investigation.
Ah, fuck. It just looks to be a normal map to you.
I want to help with this.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Oh, jeez. 2 more rolls or 1 more?
It looks like a fast food menu.
16.
16.
Yeah.
So this map
Looks like a
kind
normal
of
map.
jogs your memory. You being a tiefling, you're more familiar with extra planes, astral planes, things like that. This looks to be a map of a few material planes. You see Faerun here, but not the map of Faerun. It looks to be a waygate to Faerun. And then over here in this corner, another waygate happens to catch your eye. And it says Daraloth.
Is there anything that says you are here?
No, nope, it does not.
Does me helping Gertie point any of that out to me?
So you see Gertie move her short sword along the map, almost tracing like a line as she's looking at various places and reading the names. And her short sword and torchlight stop on Daraloth for a brief second, and you do see that.
I'm gonna pull up the parchment with the idol and point to the same word.
How easily could I do a slight tracing of this? So we have it.
You could, I mean, you could just take the map.
Ah. What's it attached by?
Just some minor nails.
Oh, yeah, he wrote you that, remember?
Alright, I will try to remove it from the wall and roll it up.
Yep, you're able to do so. You're gonna have to fold it a couple times because it is so huge in order for it to fit into your backpack. So add many planed map to your inventory.
I don't know if I can. Yeah, it won't let me.
Okay, I'll add it.
Yeah. Alright. You just want to bust into that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this character more powerful?
I poked this one more time with my sword.
The same thing. Same thing happens.
Alright, we'll go push the rug room, or are we going through here?
We should have Glitter shoot a crossbow bolt underneath the door. I wonder if it would work. Is it too tall?
I'm gonna assign to Glitter.
Is Glitter deaf?
We're using Thieves' Can here.
She looks at you, and you see her pull the crossbow bolt in the ready position, ready to fire.
Should we kick it open?
She looks at you, and she holds up 4 fingers.
4 bullets?
Do we want to do both doors?
My paladin's mind doesn't work for thieves. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You think these go into the same room?
Yeah, if it's like the other bedroom.
Okay. Do we do a countdown?
Thieves can't 3, 2, 1. But it's just the normal 3, 2, 1. But I make it way more complicated than it needs to be.
Okay.
You Ginyu Force in 3, 2, 1.
So as you open the door, humid sense of humid and humidity just rushes out of the room, and the room just feels like you're entering into a jungle. There's just so much wetness in the air, and the ground is sticky and covered in this fleshy monstrosity.
I'm gonna step in, avoiding putting my feet on this stuff.
That's gonna be near impossible.
The fleshy goop? Or more like webs or tentacles or...
I'm gonna, like a cat, hop up on this desk.
Yeah.
Okay, make acrobatics checks with all 3. Oh, Glitter does a somersault. Front flip.
I'm wiggling up there on my tummy.
So you slip, your foot slips on the juicy tendrils, and you fall to one knee, but you then scramble yourself up onto the desk.
And then I drag my stomach up there, like Jack Black.
Okay.
What can we see?
So from up here, you see the room is just covered. And like I said, it feels hot and humid in this room. But you do see slight movement here in this corner.
I'm gonna toss a ball bearing over there.
Okay.
Right there.
So the ball bearings, you hear it thud against the fleshy bits of the floor and scatter around. And you see the movement head in that direction.
Gross.
Were they crabs?
Yeah, where's Toast?
Mm.
Do I notice
Probably
the
would've
door
worked.
off to the left?
Toast
Yes,
would have been
you
good
do.
in here.
Yeah, it would. He probably has like all those light spells and everything.
All the fire, the moonbeam.
Going to gingerly get to that door.
Go ahead.
In the other corner?
Ooh, do I see that chest first?
You do.
I'm gonna open it. But look for a trap first.
More fleshy bits inside.
Oh, disgusting. Gross. Mate. I'm gonna push this open slowly.
As you begin to open it, a bright red glow begins to envelop the room that you're in from this room. Do you open it more?
Yes, but as I do, I'm gonna step over here.
So the door opens up fully.
Is there like what's on the ceiling above the table?
Above
Anything?
the table is just the ceiling is soaked from the wetness and humidity in this room.
Is there anything jagged or with like a hook or anything?
Not that you can see.
I'm gonna slowly, stealthily walk through here.
Okay, roll stealth.
Ugh. I think I have
So
high
as-
modifier.
Opening this room, you see a large mass of flesh and tendrils and bigger than what you've seen before moving about in this room. And you see the drawing, what looks to be like the drawing, the idol here in this corner. And you see chitinous tendrils that have erupted from the ground that have hooks and teeth and claws and fingers protruding outwards. And the same fleshy mass that is in this room is tenfold in this room. It is coming up the walls. It is solidifying in corners. Make a perception as you focus on the massive creature in there shambling around. Okay, you can't really make out what it is.
Yeah, that thing's gross. I'm gonna light my flask and throw it at it.
Okay.
Like an oil flask?
Yeah. Got 2 left. Hopefully burn some of this gross. What do you want me to do?
So roll an attack. The creature is going to be surprised.
So I'm always confused, like, what am I rolling?
I just like to see if you can hit the creature with the flask.
What modifier am I using?
Whatever your attack roll would be. So it'd be like
So
you
dex?
shooting a crossbow. Yeah.
Okay. So that's +5. Is this advantage or no?
Anytime you throw something at something, I'm always going to consider it as like a ranged attack.
So I get my proficiency bonus and all that?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you'd naturally be good at this in your line of work.
Okay, so that's going to be +7.
Yeah.
So, same as my weapons. Is this a 1 or 2 die?
So does that clear it up for the future for you?
Yeah, if that's what you want, yeah.
Roll it.
2 or 1? Because I'm surprising it, you said?
Yeah, advantage 2.
24.
24 hits.
Does it explode?
What flask are you throwing?
I'm throwing a lit oil flask
Okay.
with a...
What's the damage on that?
I don't think it has one. I think it's just fire.
Okay. So you hear the flask shatter, and flames engulf the creature, and some of the surrounding pustules and goop around it.
It says oil burns for 2 rounds, deals 5 fire damage to any creature that...
Okay, so 5 fire damage. Okay. So let's roll initiative. This is for glitter.
It's up for your interpretation if it's, like, going to continue burning.
No.
I could have had that whole room done in a minute.
Yep, all this fire you missed out on. You could have been campfire left and right. He's still outside. He's really gonna just burn it down while we're in here.
Go ahead, Magrom.
Going to shoot the lit creature with my short bow. $15.
15 misses.
All right. I'm gonna get on the table then. Elder Oblix. Actually, no. I didn't do a dex jump thing.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, so the fire erupts on the creature, and your second attack misses. But you hear almost like the same familiar hissing, screeching sound from the creature you fought downstairs that had Gertie erupted. So Glitter turns to you quickly and signs. And she kind of stands at the ready, her crossbow aimed at the doorway. Go ahead, Gertie.
I'll do similar to what. Can I see it from here?
You cannot.
Oh, I'm going to get up on the table with my friends and prepare.
Okay.
Are you holding a shot on it?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
What's this gross thing doing?
Okay, it does get here. So you hear shambling and mucusy footprints and slaps entering towards you guys. You see tendrils grasp along the door frame before it pulls the rest of it in, barely fitting through the door frame. It's squeezing through. You see hundreds of skull-like shapes and faces screaming in terror within this blobby mass of flesh and tendrils. But you also see what looks to be a halfling woman in the center of the mass, trying to... just a look of absurd horror and pain on her face, her eyes white as they're rolled back into her head, her mouth open, but tendrils going into her ears, into her mouth, into her... any part of her that is within this creature as it pulls itself into the room. So go ahead, Gertie, make your attack. Same thing for Glitter. She's going to roll. So Glitter's going to miss. That misses also. Magrom, are you holding an action?
No, because I shot and ran up here.
Oh, okay. So this creature, after the darts fly and the missiles fly at it and miss, it turns its attention towards one of you. So Magrom, pick a number 1 through 4.
3.
Gertie, pick a number 1 through 4, not 3.
2.
So you see it almost focus on Glitter.
Good.
So you see Glitter for a moment look stunned, and then Glitter's eyes roll into the back of her head before blood just begins to gush out of her eyes and her ears, and you just see that she is drained temporarily as she takes a massive amount of damage. She gets back up on her feet as the creature lashes out with a tentacle towards you, Magrom. 20, not a natural 20.
Why is that thing attacking from so far away? They hit me.
20 points of damage.
Ow.
Might want to run.
You're up, Magrom.
I'm gonna say cheese it.
You're gonna leave Sparkle to die?
He's not dead. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
say
she's drained.
we need to get past it, I'm gonna say. But we need to get past that bloke. I think the idol is the key, I say. Or else that thing's gonna suck us dry.
Suck us dry.
Drier than a shrimp barbecue. Yeah, I'm gonna go out here and then use my sneak action.
Okay. It does not have line of sight, so go ahead and roll stealth.
And then bonus action, disable the torch.
Okay, excellent.
While readying a candle and continuing to move. There.
Okay. Glitter is going to stand up and shake away the pain that she just experienced. And seeing Magrom retreat, she is going to follow suit.
I'm gonna gesture for her to go the other way.
Okay.
If I can.
And she snuffs her torch also. Okay, Gertie.
So they both go out?
Yes.
And I was using their torch, I assume?
I think you have your torch on right now.
I only had it on to see. Like, actually in the game, see, not
I mean, you could bonus action pull your torch out anyway.
I don't know if I need it. Does Gertie need a torch?
In this situation, yes.
It's because it's magical darkness?
Correct.
Do we think that creature can see us?
You do not know, but it did not have, obviously, a very hard time hitting you on that table with torches on.
So, I feel like I can't explain what my plan is, but because of what we're doing. Other than I told them I was going to go for the idol.
I don't know if it has ears, but I'll shoot my bow at the doorway, just the door frame, with me and Glitter.
You're going to hold your shot?
No, I'm gonna shoot it at the door frame to make noise.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, that hits it. So the arrow thuds into the door frame. Brrr.
Okay. And then
Oops,
yeah,
sorry.
that's good. No, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Where's our Witcher potion, cat? Yes.
Can't really see her. Okay, Magrom. You hear the immense creature coming this direction again. You hear the skulls. It's almost sounds like each individual skull is screaming in its own different language, and it is getting louder as it approaches this doorway.
Going to creep and press on this wall.
Okay.
And hold there. Wait.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a lit candle down at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Give me an indicator where you want it to go.
Can't even see, but I guess there.
Okay.
Just over the railing, I guess. Give them a little bit of light so they know where the floor is. That's it.
Glitter is going to back away and hold her action. She's going to stand here, actually. And let's do a dexterity to see if she jumps on the railing. Oh. Oh. She just manages to. Her foot gets caught on the railing for a second. But she pulls herself onto this railing here and holds her shot at the doorway. Gertie.
I can't actually see what's happening. Okay, I'm here.
Just gonna screech at it.
From the screeching thing, did it sound like it was near the doorway near me or him?
Near you.
Okay. 15, 20 feet. Do I have any candles? He threw something down the stairs, right?
Yes.
Should be down there lit. I see it.
Yeah. I'll shoot my bow down by that candle.
Okay. Make an attack. With advantage because you're shooting into a floor.
Good thing.
It goes into the ceiling.
Yes, your arrow into the floor.
I see where Sprinkle went.
On the railing right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You see the same entrance as before. The tentacles grasp the outside of this door frame, pulling the fleshy mass that is the center of this creature through.
Is it a singular creature? Or is it attached to all that crap in the room?
You don't know.
Okay.
Make a perception check though right now. You do see that as soon as it hits the wooden floor of this hallway, it suddenly moves almost half as fast as it did on the creeping floor.
It's a Zerg.
As fast?
Half as fast.
Half as fast.
Yes. It almost like it tripped as soon as it hit the dry wooden floor. As soon as it enters this hallway, though, you see it looking in the direction of Gertie and Glitter, but you see about 15 or 20 of the skulls turn and look directly at you, Magrom.
Yeah.
And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. So the skulls begin to talk to you, to chitter at you, speaking in languages you don't understand.
No, I don't want to listen. I shove candle wax in my ears.
Nah.
Don't you only have one ear?
Yeah.
She should have advantage.
My wisdom.
And you take 38 points of damage.
I'm down.
Your character sheet's not correct then.
43 hell?
Yeah, I have you at 43 out of 43.
Right now?
Yeah.
You slapped me with a tentacle.
Then why didn't you update your character sheet?
I did.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, now it's not because I hit 0 on it, but it was 20 damage. I had 23 left.
Oh, you had 23 left. Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll a death saving throw.
Why didn't it go? Success.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I don't even have to do this. I have the parapet on.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So you're back at 1 hit point?
No, I'm just stable.
Okay. Glitter is going to throw a healing potion at you, Magrom. But it is hard for her to see.
Do I slurp it?
So it's at disadvantage.
Oh.
4.
But you always had the modifiers.
Yeah.
Can I assist Glitter?
How would you assist her?
I have no idea. Cheer her on.
Help command.
You can do
Toss this glitter over there.
No, it's not very effective. So 10. So it hits about here. So you get splashed with some healing juice, but it's only half of what it would have been.
1d10, 1d4.
She's no paltry adventurer.
A strong potion.
So you heal for 8 points of damage.
Oh. I'm alive-ish.
Okay, Gertie.
Can I see the blob monster attacking him?
You heard a lot of commotion over at the doorways.
Yeah, but I don't want to
know exactly where the creature is or where Magrom is. So judging at how large you saw the creature, you can safely assume that its body does take up the width of the small hallway.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot down the hallway, angled slightly, probably along the wall, more, or at least closer to the wall.
Okay, so roll an attack. 15 misses.
Okay. But it would have made sound.
If you hit it.
What about the wall behind it?
You hear it hit off the wall around here.
Okay. It says I have oil in my inventory. Can I throw like an oil flask?
Sure.
I'm gonna throw it over at the same place I tried to shoot my bow.
Okay.
Is it just oil or are you lighting?
Can I light it?
I don't know.
I mean, I have
combat rules.
Yeah, I have a tinderbox.
No, that would be too much for a bonus action to light it and then throw it.
Oh, at least if I throw it, it'll put oil all over the beast, maybe. That's 20.
Okay. That hits. So you hear the glass shatter against something fleshy. It's almost like a thud, but you hear a screeching sound as the oil coats the creature.
Okay. That's... I'll go here-ish. Okay.
Okay. So the creature slowly crawls. You hear the tentacles slapping against the railing, gripping the railing. You hear posts of the railing rip off and slam and clatter to the bottom of the floor as this creature moves along. Paintings on the wall fall down and shatter. And it sounds like this fleshy mass is encompassing not only just width-wise the entire hallway, but height-wise also. And you hear... I need everyone to make a DC Wisdom saving throw again. Fuck! Sorry.
That was a 20, I saw.
What'd you roll, Magrom?
7.
So you hear a familiar halfling voice, someone from your past, and you know exactly who, as she whispers, "Come, join us."
Does it sound like it's coming towards Gertie?
The creature?
Yeah.
No, you don't hear anything.
All that slapping and the smashing.
Yes, you heard it coming in your direction.
Okay.
And then it walked over.
Let's see. Okay, Magrom.
I'm gonna roll this way as the healing juices hit me.
Okay.
I'm gonna cunning action dash this way.
All right.
What was my 25. Yeah, I can make it. And that burning should be gone. That was 2 rounds.
Yeah.
How big is this thing?
The idol is as big as you are.
Does it look? You said it was stone?
It is stone. However, the emblazoned skull and the winged shape behind the stone almost seem to be porcelain.
So can I smash it with my jeweler's hammer, or do I have to attack roll and stuff?
You have to attack roll.
Alright, I'll just use short sword then. My jeweler's hammer will never come in handy.
Yes, so you hit this idol, this object.
Specifically the porcelain parts.
Okay.
Now, damage roll?
Yep.
Okay. Did I sneak up on it?
No, you did not.
Oh, it was a 6, but that goop made it go over.
The goop. The creature goop.
Plus
So,
5.
one of the horns
8.
smashes off of the idol and shatters to the ground, broken. And you see the glow in the room begin to lessen. Gertie, from your point of view, you hear the creature shudder and shake and scream.
Okay.
Is that your turn, Magrom?
Yeah.
Glitter is going to take a shot.
Ooh.
Okay. Gertie, what do you do as this wall of flesh and hatred just begins to clatter and clasp towards you?
I'm going to throw my lantern at it.
Okay. Make an attack. Ranged attack. Oh, that hits. Excellent. Well done.
Once again, it is engulfed in flame.
Whoops. I was way off.
Oh, it looked good over here.
Yeah.
It was on the rail.
What does oil do on when it was just like walking across it? Does it slow it or anything?
This creature, it would not impede its movement. It is just covered.
Uh-oh.
So in this point of view, Gertie, you see the oil erupt, and you see this large, massive, fleshy creature just flailing around. Some of the tentacles as wide as you are, gripping the railing, tearing it apart, smashing holes into the walls as it shambles towards you still.
I moved past Glitter.
Okay. So it is going to turn towards Glitter and make an attack. Oh, Glitter.
You know who would have hated this creature?
Mock!
No, Derek. Actually,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you said it had skulls. I was gonna say it doesn't have any bone.
So you see a massive pseudopod erupt from the center of this creature and slam into Glitter. Luckily knocking Glitter backwards and prone. But you see her right arm is clearly dislocated, and she looks very rough now. Magrom.
I'm going to wind up and hack again. saying, "Why won't you die?"
Okay, that hits.
Did I sneak up
Roll
on it this
damage.
time?
No.
9.
Okay. So the center of the skull cracks and breaks. And suddenly the room is no longer glowing. And you are engulfed in darkness. But you hear a scream, an otherworldly scream, coming from the hallway that you came from, where your friends are. And Gertie, from your point of view, it looks like the flames seem to engulf the creature more. But you're not sure if the creature just got smaller or if the flames are getting larger. Is that your turn, Magrom?
I'll cunning action dash back out to here. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, nah, come out from behind it. Right there.
Okay. Glitter is going to stand up. But that movement is done. She can no longer move. And she is going to make a desperate crossbow attack.
Doesn't it only use half to get up?
Not in this situation.
Oh.
Oh, she misses. Gertie.
I will fire a bow at this creature as well.
Okay.
20.
20 hits.
8.
Excellent.
And I will stand by with Glitter. Did Glitter get hit?
Glitter got hit bad.
I guess I'll move forward. Because Glitter's probably pretty beat up.
Okay.
That thing
Go
hits
ahead.
hard, so be careful.
Okay. It's getting weaker, I think.
So you see it envelop into itself for a second, and then it transforms again, and the fire is now gone, and it shambles forward. I need everyone to make a DC Wisdom saving throw
I knew.
as
we
you
should've
see the
stayed.
skulls turn and look at each of you.
It knows I'm here?
Yes, it does. This creature is born of darkness. It does not need light. What did you roll?
We both
14.
rolled 14s.
14s?
Yeah.
Okay, now make a charisma saving throw.
Is it trying to seduce me? 11.
You too, Gertie.
3.
Okay, Gertie. Somehow this creature, or at least the halfling inside of this creature, looks to be something that you just cannot let this creature fall or be harmed. And you saw next to you Glitter attempting to harm this creature, and that just infuriates you. So you need to do everything you can to protect this creature and the halfling inside of it as you turn on your friend Glitter now. Magrom, you see some of the fleshy bits behind you detach and slither between your legs, going across the floor, and envelop itself into the creature in front of you, and you see the flesh begin to heal some of the wounds on this creature. As it is your turn.
It's not allowed to do that. I'm gonna... I can make it. I'll stealth.
Okay. Well, you can't stealth because it saw you. It sees you. You're in clear sight of it.
Oh. Well, I don't get advantage then. I'm not gonna do any damage. I'm gonna throw my lit flask on it, I guess.
Okay.
Nope.
That hits.
Oh, it does.
It didn't hit before, but it does now.
Well, it's on fire and it's burning to death.
Okay. So it screeches again in pain and agony and annoyance as this element from this plane that it is unfamiliar with just engulfs its flesh again.
And I say, go back to Daraloth.
Okay. So Glitter is going to make an attack roll on the creature again, not knowing that Gertie is... Ooh. Natural 1. Okay, Gertie.
I'm supposed to attack Glitter, right?
Yes, you believe Glitter to be the biggest threat right now.
Yeah.
Toss him over her over the edge.
I assume that I would attack her.
Yeah. With advantage.
Ah!
My
10.
God.
10.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A dwarf is like on paranoid and on edge.
I try to push Glitter now.
Okay. Make a strength check.
That's a full action in real D&D.
Okay.
Is it?
Unless
Okay.
unless Tazgar says otherwise.
No, if that says it's a full action, I want to follow that.
All right. Enter.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, wait.
Blech.
Okay, that was stupid. There we go. Okay. Pseudopod. Oh! Natural 1.
Slaps its own tentacle.
So a large tentacle reaches out, not as large as the first one that hit Glitter, but it reaches out and slaps the railing instead of its target. It's going to attack again. That hits. So a large tentacle. This one, however, seems to have an ivory hook on it. And it shoots out, passing right by you, Gertie, and slams into Glitter's chest. The tentacle exploding out the backside of Glitter, lifting her up into the air about 10 feet before slamming her down onto the wooden floor. Magrom, you can see from the torchlight, even in the distance, this happen. And you see your old rival, your frenemy, if you will, take her last breaths as she is slammed into the ground and the tentacle begins to eat her from inside out, sucking in her life force and her flesh before there's nothing left but the boots that she wore.
And I'm gonna say, "Oh no!"
Oh no! Your turn.
Overcome with rage, I come up with a cunning dash and make a final slash at
Okay.
this horrific thing. And it's self-preservation. Oh, come on. That was a 20.
You can roll advantage. I'll say you were inspired by seeing... Not inspired, but you're just... Something akin to that from seeing your friend die.
So I can roll the modifier one more time.
Okay, that hit.
22. 19.
Oh, 19. So your dagger stabs into the back of this creature, and your
I'm
skin...
specifically aiming for that half-elf. Or halfling.
Halfling, yes, okay. So your dagger reaches in, and you push it into the flesh of this creature, and you feel, even though your arm is encased in your leather armor and your leather gauntlets, you feel the heat of this creature and the acidity begin to eat away at your armor, but you still push through, still enraged from seeing glitter die in front of you with your own eyes. And your dagger pierces into the back of the halfling within the blob, the massive blob. And you see the tentacles in front of you that are flailing madly go limp. And you feel like you could push your dagger forward if you would like to.
I'm gonna Saving Private Ryan and go, shh, and push the dagger.
Okay, so roll another damage.
$16.
Oh my god, okay. So you push your dagger forward, and you feel it hit something hard, and you can push it forward ever so slightly more. I need you to roll a strength check if you wish to push forward.
I'm gonna unleash my retard strength and go.
Okay, so your dagger hits something hard within this halfling. You can assume it is her spine, and you're not able to push it forward enough to sever the spine, but it is enough to create a sever in the psionic tie between this massive blob and this creature within. Gertie, you regain your focus and your consciousness and are no longer charmed by this creature as the psionic part of it is severed. What do you wish to do?
Attack it.
Go ahead.
Stab, 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 stab. Advantage attack. 20.
Oh, okay. Roll damage.
Is it 2 damage die?
It is.
That sucks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a sneak attack. 7 plus 9. And then another attack with my other sword. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, somewhere in there. 22.
Okay, so same thing with you. You see the halfling's face, though, clearly through what looks to be like a gelatinous creature. The clear red hue of its oozy flesh giving way to this halfling's face that you can see clearly now. So you're able to penetrate the outer membrane, and you have your sword in front of her face. You can make the final blow if you wish. You just need to make a strength check to push through.
Uh, 14 strength.
Okay, so you're able to push through, and your short sword hits right on the area of the halfling's face between the nose and the upper lip, and you just push your sword through, caving into her skull, piercing her brain eventually. And the creature shudders and shakes, and ooze just begins to fall off of this creature like melting snow, chunking onto the ground, evaporating into the black tar, and all that is left is a wet and gory halfling whose face is still held up by your sword and your strength.
Is glitter in that pile?
No, there is no sign of glitter.
I was gonna loot her corpse.
Do we recognize this halfling?
You don't.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before in my life.
I want my dagger back, so I put my foot on the sternum of the halfling and kick it off my dagger.
Okay. The halfling falls to the ground, blood pouring out from the wound in their face that you caused.
I'm gonna check the halfling for belongings. If Magrom went over there.
I'm just in a daze because I don't know where my dead friend is. The corpse is missing.
The corpse is gone. You do see bits of armor, what looks to be a crossbow that is deteriorated, the string snapped. Bits and remembrances of glitter are in a pool, a fleshy pool on the ground where the creature evaporated.
Is there any keepsakes or jewelry?
Nothing that would be of value at this point.
I rolled a 15 to investigate the dead halfling's belongings and goods.
A 15, you said?
Yeah.
And I help. By being sad next to him.
There looks to be of nothing of value on this creature.
I just kind of mopily head back into the treasure room.
Okay.
Are these vines active anymore?
They seem to be drying as you speak. Withering.
Do we notice any movement in that corner?
Not anymore. No, you do see about 4 piles of fleshy bits that were almost look to be strings of eyeballs all sewn together into a fleshy glob.
Can I check these shelves for anything?
You can.
Perception or investigation?
Investigation. 18. So this looks to be some perfumes, deodorants, things like that.
Oh, Rogar.
Do they look like they're of any value?
There's some pretty elegant perfumes.
I'll pocket them. Why not?
Okay, so add elegant perfume to your inventory or to your notebook, whatever you use to keep track of your inventory.
She doesn't spray some on.
Roll the d4 to see how many you get. 2. Well done.
This will make me smell good for my husband.
My husband!
You're just here in the mirror doing that self-kissing thing. I walk up and kick the idol over.
It is pretty heavy.
What are we even doing
as
here?
Big as you are.
We're supposed to be doing a contract. Oh yeah, you guys don't ever see any of those chats. We're doing a contract.
Why is there a bunch of tentacles in your contract?
You are able to kick it over. I can't do it.
Did they say this was part of the contract?
I'm gonna survey the room itself.
The room looks to be at one point a single bedroom, but now there are many beds in there, almost like servant quarters.
Is there anything in these boxes in front of me?
I don't know. Check them out. Where's
16.
Toast? Toast, where are you?
Oh, I'm at the house. I just wanted to be outside of it, not inside.
16 investigation.
So these look to be like garments, bolts of cloth, other servant-ish belongings.
I'm going to look at this chest and potion nearby.
Okay. The chest is locked. The potion looks to be a bottle of liquor.
Oh, libations, Glitter's favorite. And I pick it up.
Okay, so add 1 bottle of booze to your inventory.
+1 booze.
So that thing was just in there drinking.
I'm gonna check it for a trap.
Go ahead. It is not trapped.
And now I will pick it.
It does not have a conventional pick or lock.
Describe it to me.
It looks to be a small circular hinge in which it looks like something can fit.
I put the ring emblem in there.
The chest opens.
Yes.
Within the chest, you find a cloak, a fine-looking pair of boots, a staff, two sets of earrings, a ring, and I need you to roll 2d4, 4d6, 5d8, and 4d10.
Is that how much glitter's in there?
So you find 51 pieces of platinum.
I just kind of sigh.
Why do you sigh?
My friend. I mean, she's probably going to rip us off anyway.
What about my cut?
I have to remember what we said, 10% for something.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember your deal with Gertie. I'm just here sad.
Who are we making? Oh, it was Toast. He's gone.
Toast is supposed to get 10%. Gertie's going to get 30.
Dang.
So, what's that? 200 gold, essentially. 20 platinum.
Yep. If you're only considering the money portion.
Yeah, for now. I gotta fence the other stuff.
Where am I?
I hand her 20 platinum.
And Mulva, I can't add it to her sheet. I'll write it down.
I'll add it. Okay. Inventory platinum. Okay.
Where's your friend at?
So coming out into this area, you see that it is morning outside.
We best hurry, but let's look in here real quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Overcome with greed. There's nothing in here.
It's an
in here you see 2 stains on the floor.
Gross.
What color are they?
They are black.
Double gross. Well, we can climb down or walk out the side.
Do I see any observers?
You do not. It is very early in the morning. All you see are some of the farmhands or farmers walking out into the fields in front of you to begin their day's labor.
Is Toast that way where we started?
I don't know where Toast is. You do not know where Toast is, I'm sorry.
Well, they saw him just walking away.
I'm gonna
Earlier, before this whole escapade, yeah.
I'm gonna
We can go to the roof. Yep.
do this. And then just shimmy down on my grapnel.
Okay.
I'm just gonna climb down because I'm taller than him. I can do acrobatics for you. 13. Good enough, I think, since I'm not being rushed.
Right.
And then I will say we're not meeting up at the doublet anymore. Well, meet up at the house Janosk later.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
No thanks to Toast.
He hates Gertie now.
I'm gonna make my way back to the guild.
She sliced up the rats.
Oh, we should have burned that play. Yeah.
Is that what we were supposed to do?
No, just out of frustration.
Whoa, this is a wizard?
If Toast was here, I definitely would have had him incinerate the place.
Yeah, it would have been a lot quicker of a...
We don't come on this side of town. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for some necromancer action.
Yeah. Necrotic.
I puff up my chest as I go by.
Oh, I don't need to go this way.
They nod and let you pass.
Do I see anyone that looks wealthy in the markets?
Make an investigation.
Who?
Gertie.
10.
No one overly wealthy. They just seem to be... There's a couple that seem to be well off. There's a couple that seem to be vagabonds. There's a couple that seem to be normal working class blue collar folks. Heading to their stalls or heading home.
Now, here's the question. Do I go to Kraglin or the guild?
Ooh, yeah, didn't he say he'd do services for us?
Yeah. And then I could lie to the guild.
What, forget what our payment was. Was it just because we saved his bro?
Yeah, and then we give him like 100 a month or something.
Oh yeah, did I write down that we're paying him?
Yeah.
I don't know if I wrote his thing down.
Oh, this is it, Kraglin. Let's have him ID this stuff.
Would we agree? I had to write him down. So, am I paying both of them?
Who?
The wizard and our smith? Am I giving him a monthly stipend? Did we agree to that?
No.
I didn't write it down, but he said he would...
For 100 gold a month, he would identify items for you.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna...
just let me know... well, actually, I was listening on the Sending Stone, so I guess I would have just let Magrom know if he paid them, then I would find him the funds for our group to get those services.
As Tantine?
As Tantine, previously when he told us about that.
So I'm just picturing Tantine back at the house Janarsk, listening into his axe as he hears Magrom going through slurping, slopping, screaming throughout the whole night.
What's he doing with Gertie, his wife?
Yeah. My wife.
She was. Oh yeah. What a wench!
He's just waiting. And he's like, "Where have you been?" When she walks in, I tug my ear as I go in.
Okay.
Are we probably gonna end it with his interaction over there?
That's up to you guys.
It's up to you.
Yeah, daddy to be.
Wait, Toast sees.
Yeah, what does Toast do?
He goes, Gertie, please come with me. We need to talk.
About what?
About what happened.
Okay, we can do it inside.
He says, please, come with me. So basically, he needs to talk to you one-on-one, or else Toast is gonna leave for good.
Ooh, an ultimatum.
You also hold the keys to this castle.
I know Kyle would be like, no, and just leave, but the way, like...
I don't know how Gertie would do it. That Tazik should probably take control of her.
Nah, you can do it. Gertie would go along.
So he basically wants to bring her over here.
Why would she follow you to the water where you'll throw her in?
Well,
Can you cancel my door open?
It's because he wants to talk to you one-on-one. He was going to wait for Magrom too, but since Magrom isn't here, and this is his speech, he goes, I am disappointed in your choice of actions. If you want to continue being part of this group, you need to uphold your deals with me and attempt to do no harm to animals. I am harboring Felix in the basement, and I wish you to apologize to him and uphold your end of the deal.
How'd you get him in the basement? It's locked.
Well, I would have been here all night.
Did you have Tantine open it for you?
Well, that's where I was gonna live, in the basement next to the, so I could talk. Like, that was my goal. Is I would talk. I would open up the hatch. I would open up the hatch and talk to the things in the water. Like, that's my whole gimmick. So I would have.
I might be able to agree to that if you can maybe hire more intelligent helpers.
He goes, I just ask that you do no harm to animals. You maliciously killed 3 without any hesitation, and as I requested their assistance. So for me to be trusted by the animals again, you need to apologize to Felix.
I think it'd be better if I did it with Magrom.
Magrom did not kill the others.
But he smiled when I did.
Yes, but he did not. He did not partake. I cannot control when beasts kill each other, but I can control when humans kill beasts for no reason.
When lesser women kill animals.
I don't feel like Gertie would go apologize to a rat.
Well,
Why is the water fucked up?
Basically, Toast is saying, like, he's gonna leave for good.
I understand what he's saying. I just don't know if Gertie would go and apologize to a rat.
Yeah, she would.
And basically, Toast goes, I do not care about material things and gold. I just need enough to survive. So you guys can keep your trinkets and things like that. I will take items that might be useful to me, but everything else you guys can keep. And I'm willing to help.
So just out of character a little bit, I think Gertie would... She wouldn't normally go and apologize to a rat, but having known Toast and how important it is to him and the future of the party, she would be inclined to entertain Toast. I mean, he's been harmless enough in the past and kind of like a simpleton in her eyes almost. So she would entertain that for Toast's sake.
All right. I'd pull on the doors, but they don't open.
Yes, they do. I mean, they push open.
All right, I live down here now.
That's what that stink is.
What? I don't know.
Where's Felix?
Where do I live here?
Over here. So, as you come down, Gertie, you see what look to be two little rat men standing guard at this doorway.
Who the fuck are they?
Beckon Toast forward. So as you enter the chamber here,
No.
you see a slew of rodents and rat men awaiting your arrival.
No.
Here is Felix, standing proudly next to his representative. There is a jury of rodents and one unfortunate halfling to be representative of the humanoids in this case.
I don't see the halfling.
You don't see a halfling?
No. Do you, Kyle?
No, I didn't.
At the right, the defense returnee for Gertie is this creature. The courtroom is awaiting the trial of Felix versus Gertie. And of course, no courtroom is complete without its scribe.
Are we cutting back to me for now?
Yes, as Gertie is led to the prosecution side of this courtroom by one of the rat folk guardsmen.
I was hoping Chad was going to see this.
I love how Kyle's just getting strung along in this. He one didn't kill the rats, and two wanted to walk away from it.
Do you see the halfling now?
Yeah. Yeah, I see him now.
So
it didn't have the whole other row of rats when you had the cutscene.
Oh, it didn't?
Yeah, it's good
I
now
don't know
though.
why it does that.
I mean, I don't think Tantine would allow any of this trash in his basement, but hey, whatever.
No, he did this.
Toast has been busy.
Yeah, he did this overnight, like when he's so pissed. But he basically, like, in Toast's mind, he's like, he really thinks that you need to apologize because the amount of rats and stuff in the city, like, might, in his head, might turn.
Yeah, she needs to apologize.
No. That's what I'm talking about. I am talking about Gertie. I didn't know you were going to take over the character for the night.
Ooh, I have a bed.
All right, so we will pause this.
Oh my gosh! Why'd you put that in here?
What?
Go to my room.
You found it.
What the hell is that?
That's your little surprise.
A cow chick.
What is that?
The butter.
You can't milk those. Whoops. Back to Magrom now.
Leave the chains, though.
All right, Magrom.
I'm gonna
So the rumor monger is relaxing in the couch, staring at the fire.
I'm gonna go over to the scryer. Need a few things ID'd.
All right.
I show him the earrings, ring, staff, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay. I'll be able to identify these for you within a day. Come back on the morrow and there will be a name associated with each of these items.
Yeah. Thank you. My bloody mess. Go huff on the couch over here.
Okay. Covered in ichor and mucus still from your escapades, the rumor monger slowly turns to you, looks you up and down, and then says, Rough night.
I just don't look at him and kind of just flick the contract in my wrist towards him.
Okay. Oh. A little bit more there than we bargained for, I assume.
I just slowly turn my head toward him.
Okay. As you hand him the contract, he sees your ring. And that's proof enough, because that same emblem, the family emblem, was on the contract. So he stamps the contract complete. And you enter into a new ranking within the Welcomers Guild. What were you before? A Welcomer?
Whatever the first one. Where's my book? I don't know if I ever wrote that bit of information down. Investigator. No, I only had investigator down. I was the second rank. What was it?
So there's greeter, guide, welcomer.
I was a guide.
Okay, so you are now a full-blown welcomer in the Welcomers Guild. Rank 3. So with that, you now get a cut of bounties that other thieves pull into the guild. You gain a weekly stipend from the Welcomers Guild, or a weekly cut of fenced goods contracts done of 250 gold.
Isn't it based on, or is it just a flat rate?
Flat rate. I'm not doing that much work.
I thought you'd just roll some die.
No, some things I just have set.
I give him 5 platinum for the gold portion of the cut.
Okay. Where's my contract for that one? 10% guild cut. Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
Then there's a couple items over there that we'll square off tomorrow.
Very good. Well done, Magrom.
I just kind of wearily...
Be proud.
Any new contracts?
We do have one. Are you ready for it?
I'll take the notice and read it.
He pulls the scroll from his boots. It was sticking out of his boot, almost like a dagger would be, and he slaps it onto your open hand.
Boot, boot, boot.
What is it?
It's a interesting contract from the boss.
How'd you get it? He's not here.
It was mailed all the way from Melvaunt.
Melvaunt? Hey, are my guys back yet?
Have you read it?
No, I haven't had a chance to open it yet.
And how come you said it's interesting?
Just interesting that it come from Melvaunt from the boss.
Alright, I just pocket it without looking at it. I'll take a look at it later. I'm a bit tired.
It's been a rough night for you, Magrom, I can imagine.
Farewell, Rumamonga.
Farewell.
How do I get out? Going to Craglands.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't it. Oh, yes, it is. I just huff up here, knowing how long it's going to take to get up there. With my
so as soon as you knock on the door, you hear a voice coming from the treant's mouth. Hello?
Boy, Kraglin, it's me.
Oh, it's the dwarf! Give me a moment. The door opens. And for the sake of brevity, we'll teleport you up there.
This is a pretty cool tower.
Yeah. I'm glad we made friends with that guy instead of doing what my guy probably would have done.
Murder.
No, taking him to the dude.
Or greedily getting... We're following a greed path more than anything.
Yeah. I do have to play my guy a little bit different, I think, in the future. Like, I'm not happy with how I handled the stupid bar chick.
You should commune with Bane.
Hello, Master Dwarf.
Hello, Kraglin. You still got that ID offer?
Yes, of course.
Identify. I pull out the boots and cloak.
All right, give me a moment.
He turns and puts the boots on first. And he starts to slap him, pat him down. And then he points his staff at him and mutters an incantation. And a whiff of smoke pops up from the boots and he takes them back. And looks at the soles. Kind of slaps the soles a little bit. And then he throws one of the boots at the wall, sole first. And the sole sticks to the wall.
And he says, "Oh, all right, that's what I thought."
They're sticky.
They are sticky boots. Yes. Commonly named for these boots are boots of the spider.
And the cloak?
These are minor incantations. These aren't the true boots. But these are, I would say, a mage's best go at making them.
So these are minor boots of the spider. So these will allow you to walk on any surface for 10 minutes.
Is there a recharge?
A daily recharge.
Long rest? Okay. Daily or long rest?
Long rest.
Okay. I think that's easier to track.
Yeah. I should probably do the gold long rests wise too. Like your incomes via long rest.
Yeah, unless you got like a calendar printed out and you're tracking it.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'll work on that for next time. Okay, so you give him the cloak?
Yeah.
He does the same thing with the cloak.
Oh, okay.
He pulls it back and wafts it in the air slightly.
This is a cloak of slow fall. I think this cloak and these boots were made together.
So is the cloak
Jump out the window.
Is it Featherfall?
Featherfall once per long rest.
I already got the ring of Featherfall.
You don't have the ring. Gertie's got the ring.
No, this is the one I stole from the halfling. You told me it was a Featherfall ring.
No, the halfling at the beginning, the first episode?
Yeah, because I got it ID'd at the welcomer. You might have accidentally gave me that that day and not meant to.
Yeah, no, that ring shouldn't have been a ring of Slowfall. That's just a standard family signet ring.
Yeah, because I thought it was weird when you had two of them.
Yeah, no, that's not right. So
that's good. I almost jumped out the window with that skeleton that one day.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll remove that then.
Okay.
I was almost gonna do squirrely things with that. Do I have to cast the ability, or is it just like?
No, it's a activated word.
Okay. What is the word?
So the word for the boots is long legs, and the feather, the cloak is wing and a prayer.
All right, and I gave everything else to the other guy. And I hand him 100 gold.
Oh, a pleasure doing business with ya. Oh, tell your little priest boy I'm about a quarter of the way through with his little project.
I nod.
Priest.
You sell potions, Craggle?
Of course! What do you think I have all these cauldrons for?
I need a couple healing potions. Oh, I wanted to... Could I retcon something too? I was going to recharge all my candles and oils and stuff.
At the Thieves Guild?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and get rid of 5 gold and we can call it good.
Right. Sorry, you were saying, Craggle?
Alright, yes, I've got some very good healing potions. You don't have a bit of goblin blood in you, do ya?
I shake my head.
Oh, that's a shame. Alright, well, I've got a couple healing potions, minor healing, extra healing, strong healing. What do you wish?
How much for the medium potions?
So the medium 2d8 healing potions would be 100 gold each.
Give me 3.
He gives you 3.
I'm gonna draw. What's that? 30 platinum.
Yep.
What are they called, potion one?
I don't know. I've never just do. If you could just make a note of it. 2d8, yeah.
I also brewed these up yesterday, if you want to take a look.
He comes over to this cauldron here and he dips a flask in and pulls it back out, does it 2 more times. He comes back. Oh god, where'd he go? And he shows them to you.
This one here's a potion of haste. This here's a fortification potion. And this one here's a potion of charisma.
Am I taking all of these? What did he say?
They're up for sale. It's a potion of haste, a potion of fortification, and a potion of charisma. So the potion of charisma will give you advantage on all charisma checks or saving throws for 1 day. The potion of haste is a standard potion of haste, and the potion of fortification will give you a 1d8 bonus to your armor class.
Yeah, how much for the charisma potion?
The charisma will run you 500.
Oof. It's like almost all my gold.
Ooh.
For now. You know what, give me it. I'm gonna attempt to haggle him down to 40 platinum. What do you say, we get a first time buyers discount. And I get to drink the potion right now.
No, what a waste. How about this? I'll sell you this and the fortification potion for 700 total. That's half off the fortification potion.
Yeah, alright.
Orc potion?
Yeah. Drain some of my gold. There we go. Got 100 and something left.
All right, pleasure doing business with you.
And he turns around and puts the, without even looking at you, he puts the potion of haste in a very loose pocket on his robes. Yeah! You easily pick it up.
I didn't say, see you later, Kraglin.
Oh, see you, Magrom. Have a good day.
I pat him on the head and walk by.
No! Hey! Wait, get back here.
What's up, little man?
I saw what you did.
He kind of looks to Kraglin and then looks back to you and he says,
Give me 10 gold and I'll be quiet.
I give him 11.
Oh! Very good!
But I'm not happy about
it. You got a potion of haste for 11 gold.
But I'm not happy. Where'd I go?
Outside. Yep. So anytime you go to leave Kraglin's tower, you get to some point and you just immediately step outside. It's different every time.
Oh, how capricious.
All right, anybody else want to do anything before we close?
I just want to go back to House Jhessail. I gotta somehow get back here at some point to check these things, but we gotta wait a full day. I'm gonna go back to Jhessail and sleep.
Okay.
I'm good for the night at Jhessail.
We'll skip the bridge and put you right in House Jhessail for tonight. Or for today.
I kind of wanted to wait outside and try to lure Magrom down there too.
I would go straight to bed right now. I'm tired.
but he would give you the same.
Oh, was I under the impression that I? Yeah, but I didn't
So
do
Toast,
anything.
it is morning. It just turned morning, or Magrom had just turned morning, but you would be tired, yes. But Tantine, I don't think you would be going to bed.
Actually,
All
I'm
right,
gonna
well,
go sleep in my house.
Okay.
That makes more sense than because I don't even think I had a room or anything in here.
Not
I think.
set up yet.
I mean, we haven't figured anything out with the place,
Yeah.
like, except for apparently a whole rat dungeon was made. But outside of that,
No, I made Derek's room too.
rats
Oh
move fast.
crap! I've completely forgot to do something with Kraglin. Can I go back there?
Yes.
This was important. Sorry. This kind of
That's okay.
ruined that whole thing. Let's just say it was before the pickpocket thing. Otherwise, this wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Completely forgot.
Okay, you're back there.
Could you see if you could detect magic on this scroll without reading it?
Toast can do that.
And I pull out the...
Say that again. I'm sorry, I was typing.
Oh, I pull the scroll out from Barnabas and ask him to cast detect magic on it, but don't read it.
Okay.
Oi, filthy workhead, Bay, you believe?
What do you say? Filthy work?
Filthy workhead, Bay, you believe?
Yeah. Just a precaution.
So he puts it on the table and he puts his staff on it, and you see the staff react with the scroll, and the scroll cracks and begins to smoke and simmer and sputter. And Kraglin steps back and he says,
Oh yeah, something's wrong with that.
Is it destroyed?
"It is sizzling and cracking. It is not completely destroyed yet."
Alright, I'm gonna grab it, I guess.
Okay.
Well, thanks,
So you
Kraglin.
pat out the flames, and it's a singed but still intact scroll.
Thanks, Kraglin. And then,
Oh yes, of course.
then we do all the other things we just did.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Then I'll go to my house and sleep.
All right. Let me put you there, else we'll forget. This one's your house?
yeah.
This one?
No, that one. Next door.
Oh, across the street, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we ended there, boys?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do the rat thing.
Kyle is not happy about the rat infestation in his house.
I knew he wouldn't be.